Hey guys, Fearcraft here, and today we're going to be doing the very final showcase for the Titanic, where it's finally now in its display case. So I hope y'all enjoy. There's going to be two parts to this video. There's going to be a daytime right now, and then a nighttime where the lights are going to be going on over and everything. So here is the Titanic in her display case finally. And there's her name, and where I painted my name plaque red around the name. Up here is the front of the ship. Trying to focus on it. Come on. Let me zoom in. And there's Jack and Rose at the front. Zoom out. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't record myself putting the display case together because it was such a hassle. I had to use a 100 grit sandpaper, a 150 grit sandpaper, because I had to sand these edges out around up here, just like John's model making had to do, where you had to sand some certain sharp edges off of the glass to get it to go together. Here are the instructions that shows you how to assemble. And I did figure out what this thing right here was for that we received. This clear thing that I was talking about in the last video. I'm thinking this thing right here is basically so you can set your piece of the Titanic on there, and then it can hold it propped up. While you've got it sitting there, you can display it beside your ship along your opened up engine room. I'm thinking that's what it's for. I could be wrong, but that's what I used it for. But we'll take a look at the case. This right here is how it's all put together. You got some more ends right here that fasten together that I had to basically shave off. Its wooden base is down here. It is a a really nice display case. A whole lot of people, had complaints with the hachette version of the display case, but I find it okay. At least it's something to use. And there's the top of their ship in there. These papers back on there. And then, like I've showed before, it's designed to where if you want to do your smoke, you can remove this. And then turn it on my ship. Well, turn it on my controller. The ship's already turned on. I can just press the smoke button. I may be close to having to refill the water tanks. There comes some smoke out of that one. There's still no smoke coming out of the second one, so it may be close. There it comes. It may be close to having to be refilled in the water tanks, which is a good thing because that's why this hole is up here for, so you can get your hand down in there. You just got to watch your rigging. You just got to get your hand down in there and refill the water tanks. But you can see it's got an opened up area. And another opened up area too is right here at the back. You can see that little piece down there. Let me stick my hand back here. Basically right back here where you see my hand, you can open up this little area and get your hand in there and turn your ship on and off, but I basically leave it turned on because that would be really hard to get back there with the way my thing is, because you see how close I am to the wall back here. But it's plugged into a I got a little surge protector down there. Let me see here, turn it on. There it is. I got a little surge protector down there that the ship is plugged into. That way if a power surge ever happens, it's powered up to a surge protector. You can see how much room I've got back there, and then if I go down here into the case, that little piece is right there. And you can see the cord is into a trench in the display case down there. You see it's in the trench. It's got a trench. That way it goes into. And then on the outside there's the trench that it follows into. So, yeah, it's a very nice display case. Then I'll just go ahead and turn my ship off on the smoke. And then we'll just go ahead and replace this cover. I'll go ahead and I'll hit the lights for the daytime right here. You won't be able to see them much because it's day. But you can see there's our engine room. There's some of our lights. They shine up really good at nighttime. I tell you, this thing looks good. And the display case gives it like a better reflection. I've noticed you don't get this bright if you have if you don't have the display case, but you'll notice it at nighttime. When I do it at nighttime, it's a whole lot brighter. It's like the display case basically gives it like better lighting or something. And then here's our whistle. I'll turn on the phone's light in order for you to see in the engine room. Then we'll go ahead and slow the engines down, bring them to a full stop. Then we'll throw it in reverse. Which only the two outer propellers move. Then we'll do our CQD. And the good thing about the display case is the display case magnifies the sounds. So you can hear it a whole lot better in the display case. That's SOS. You can see it's halfway behind my TV. And there's that little thing holding up the piece. I think that little plastic thing holding up the piece is a nice addition. But I could be wrong as to what that little plastic piece is for, but I think I find it pretty interesting that I could use that little thing to display my little piece I took off the ship. So that could be what it's used for, it could not. I don't know. That's what I used it for. I found a use for it. Go ahead and turn that off. Go back to our whistle. And she's off. She's off on her maiden voyage. Get up here to the front. But that's going to do it for part 1 of the showcase. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all are doing safe during these troublesome times. And you all have a blessed one. And when I come back tonight, we will be doing the very final showcase again, but it'll be nighttime version. But until then, goodbye.